only with. So today we have conflict management, and why I have especially taken up time in explaining these relationships tips, because when we have these type of tips and these type of practical knowledge, then there won't be much conflict. We can very easily solve the conflicts. And in today's presentation, we have only 4 slides, and those 4 slides are enough to understand the relationship at the workplace and how to resolve the conflicts at the workplace. So first of all, let me know that in personal life, first we are going to talk about the personal life. That first of all, in the personal life, what are the reasons why any conflict happens in the family? What exactly goes wrong in the family that there is a conflict?
Ego.
Mismatch of
Opinions, yes. Thoughts.
misunderstanding.
Yes.
You
Misunderstanding.
you don't want to listen to the other person. You feel that you are right and everybody should listen to you.
Okay, very true.
Misunderstandings, miscommunication.
Miscommunication, yes.
Miscommunication, misunderstanding.
Miscommunication.
Yes.
Miscommunication is the biggest problem.
Yes.
And ego.
Yeah.
Ego.
And the people not sharing, your family members not sharing, it is very secretive.
Trust.
So
Trust
that
issue.
causes, yes.
Trust issues. Yes, Sumaya, you haven't shared what exactly goes wrong in the family when there is a conflict.
Misunderstandings and miscommunication, main thing.
Okay, main thing is miscommunication and misunderstanding. So here in this slide, we all can see that there are certain reasons, and these are the popular reasons. Like mostly, you all have mentioned all of them. Miscommunication.
Yeah, disagreement as well, ma'am.
Yes, disagreement because of the difference in the values.
Yeah,
and
different opinions are there.
yes,
And we are not agreed with each
Yes.
other.
We didn't mention jealousy and envy. That is correct.
yes.
That is
And
another
then,
reason.
yeah, and then there is like
Sometimes when personalities are different, that is also a very big concern.
maybe in the family,
Like,
one sister is very calm and quiet, and she doesn't want to go. She's
actually God has
brother.
gifted different qualities to everyone. And sometimes the personalities are different. That is also a reason.
And
Very
maybe
big reason.
the sister who is like very extrovert and she wants to go for the party
Yes.
here and there, then both of them will have conflict that why you are not going with me, and then the other one, why are you dragging me in everything, and then the conflict starts over there. So we should
Yes,
understand
ma'am.
that there are different types of personality. Same thing happened with the husband and wife, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Sometimes wives are so vibrant, they want all the time outside, they want to go eat outside, party outside, enjoy outside, and sometimes husband wants this and wife is not ready to do, and then
Yes,
there is a conflict. There is a conflict.
And Saida, husband is always tired. He wants to stay back home after 7 o'clock.
And
it's
accepting
not
the other person also is difficult at times.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as Anita ma'am has mentioned, that lack of trust, the people, they don't share, and when the things goes wrong out of their control, then they come and they share and they need help. So
Yes.
I think it is said that when we are seeking advices from the family members, there is always blessing in that. So we should always, before taking any decisions, we should always seek advices from them. We should always take suggestions from them. Even if it is buying a car or buying a jewelry or buying a cloth and buying anything, we can take their suggestions as well. It's really going to help us in many things, and we should trust them, because finally I found that there was a time when the people used to give lots of importance to the friends and even going beyond their family members, but now they all understood that finally when you are in ICU at the bed, then
Thank you.
only 3-4 people are around you, and those 3-4 people are your family members, no one else. So we have to give due importance to the family members, and we should trust on each one of them. Then financial disagreements are also there. Sometimes wife wants to save, sometimes husband wants to save, sometimes one brother is saving nature, the other sister is not saving nature, somebody spends more, somebody spends less, and these type of financial problems are there. Then jealousy and envy is also there always among the brothers. and sisters. I remember at this moment when I was small, I was like very outspoken when I was a small child, also like 6, 7 years old. And whatever rhymes and poems the teachers used to teach, I used to like sing every time, like a happy child type of person who will be singing, who will be reciting those poems and rhymes and all. And my cousin was of my same age. He was just 3, 4 months elder than me, or 8 months elder than me. And he was little shy, and my father was headmaster of a school, and my uncle was a businessman. So he, thinking that my father is a better person to raise the children, he sent his son also in our family. So he used to live with us for the study purpose. We were in the primary school. So what happened once, my uncle came to my house, they like just to visit their children. His son and daughter, two were there in our with our family. So he came, and then naturally, when I was very talkative, I started talking, singing, and rhyming, reciting rhymes and other things. Then he asked his son. Son was very shy. Okay, although he was intelligent, he used to understand the things, but he was not very talkative person. He was not bold enough to sing in front of everybody or recite in front of everybody. Even the parent, especially the father, when he lives far, only then children will develop distance. They will not be very close and very frank. So he didn't recite and he didn't sing. And I still remember, and that is registered in my mind. It never goes off from my mind, that he started beating him. And now he is no more. May Allah grant him highest places, Jannah, and may Allah forgive him. But he started beating him so bitterly that I started crying. And even he started beating with the bat, the cricket bat, on this issue, that why the child is not speaking. What was the reason? I don't think that if he was in his own family and he would have not recited, the father would have beaten. No. We all can understand that behind what was the main reason. Behind the main reason was that why this girl is singing, my brother's daughter is singing, but my son is not singing. This is main reason of being so harsh, being so strict and so cruel with the child. I still remember that of my childhood story, and still I always pray for him from Allah. Both of them are not there. Like even my cousin also, he passed away because of the brain hemorrhage or something happened to him. He passed away at a very young age. Maybe he was just 20, 21 years of age. He passed away. And then later on, father also passed away recently. So this is called jealousy and envy. The people, they have this type of jealousy in the family, or among the relatives, even among the siblings. And this is also a reason of the conflict. And then the major reason that is on the top is that family in-laws conflict. The moment a girl is married, the moment a boy is married, the entire world changes the perspective and the attitude towards them. Everybody becomes judgmental. Okay, and everybody starts saying, oh, because of the marriage, he is like this. Because now he's married, so she is like this. So that is also one of the major reasons. Now let's talk about the solution. That, okay, these are the reasons why these things happens. Now, these are some of the solutions of the conflicts. If we start listening to the people, most of the things will solve. And if we start respecting the boundaries, then there won't be any conflict. We think that this is our birthright to poke our nose into the affairs of others.
Yes, ma'am.
And we have big list of advices and suggestions, even for the medical purpose also. If somebody is saying my head is aching, so instead of telling him that go and visit a doctor, we all become doctor. And we all start giving him something or other.
Very true, ma'am.
That is called not respecting the boundaries. And especially, there is a family, in my family only, there is a gentleman who is very fond of changing the houses, okay, on the rents. The moment he decides to change, the entire family will be against. Okay, but I always tell them, why you people are against? That is going to even make his family members tensed and stressed. let us welcome, let us say, okay, very good. You decided to shift from this place to that place in a new house. Congratulations, welcome, very nice. New house is going to be very good for you. Your children are going to have nice time in that. Let us be positive and let them also shift to the place positively. But everybody will say, why you are going there? There is this problem, there is that problem. You tell me, in the entire universe, is there any place where there is no problem?
No.
When I was in Maldives is considered to be the paradise and best place. There were lots of problems. When I am in
Problems are
Dubai,
universal.
yeah, and when I am in Dubai is considered to be the dream destination for the people. Here also is problem. If you just open your window or open your door and go outside and see what is the problem. It's too hard. When you are sitting in the AC in your home, in your school, in your bus, in your taxi, in your mall, so everywhere AC is there, so you don't realize. But the fact is, it is too hot to tolerate and to bear for a human being. Likewise, I am saying, even in Delhi, even in villages, even in towns, even in big cities, everywhere there is a problem. So when somebody is deciding, let him decide peacefully and let him go peacefully. Let us give him advices, positivity, and once you advise and once you said that, okay, this is the thing why you are shifting, it's fine. But once he has decided and taken the rent and paid the rent and taken the house, then we should be always positive. So that is called respecting the boundaries. Then apologize and forgive. We forgive quite often, there is no doubt, but we never apologize. We take it for granted. Oh, she is my sister only. Oh, she is my neighbor. What happened if this had happened? When the people live together, it happens. There is no need to go and apologize and say sorry or feel sorry. So even apologizing also has lots of effects. And then one more tips that is very close to me and my heart is seek mediation. It has helped my own relationship. It is not necessary that one-to-one we have to solve the issues. Okay? Let one person be involved in between, the third person, the one whom you trust, the one the other person also trusts. And then you keep your point of view in front of that person and let that person talk to that person and then try to mediate. But the person who is mediating has greater responsibility. The person should not, first of all, reveal the secrets to anyone.
Yes.
And secondly, should not play the game in between.
Should not take advantage.
Should be trustworthy.
Not take advantage, should be trustworthy, very true. So this mediation also works. Especially I have seen that it works in husband-wife relationship as well. And it works into the sibling relationships as well. Even it works into the boss and subordinates relationship as well. But the person has to be trustworthy. That is very important. And in this way, then one more thing is that blame game. My mother-in-law, I remember one thing, that when we used to be in in the hometown, we used to go, all the family members used to go on the occasions of festivals and all, or maybe marriages and other important occasions. So I have 9, my husband has 9 sisters and 6 brothers. So large family, 50 people, yeah, very huge family. And then their children, small kids and big kids and all sorts of kids. So, whenever my mother-in-law used to ask that how it had happened, anything went wrong. So everybody will take the name of the small child, okay? Oh, that she was going and she has just dropped it. And she was going and she did it. He was going, he did it. And then he used to say that it means the smallest person of the house only works in this house. And rest all others are just taking rest and enjoying. Because whenever I ask anything, you all are blaming to that small child only. So this is we have to avoid the blame game. If anything we have done wrong, we have to accept it. If anything has gone wrong because of us, we have to accept it. Instead of blaming others. Some people I have seen that they will even blame for their lives also to other people always. My life is like this because of that person. I am not successful because of that person. I could not do it because of that person, and maybe sometimes father, sometimes mother, sometimes siblings, sometimes uncle, relatives, and anyone or neighbors or whatever. To me, if anything goes wrong, we are responsible. If we couldn't do anything in life, because we have not put in much efforts for that. It all depends on us, how we handle the things, how we do the things. So this is about personal relationships. Now coming to the professional relationships. Naturally, professional also is not very different, but little different. So yes, Hina, out of these reasons of the conflict at the workplace, what do you face quite often?
Ma'am, I face like, because I am heading my science department, and there are teachers who are elder to me by age, but they are teaching in smaller classes, and they are reporting to me. So they have a lot of ego problems, when I teach, when I train them, when I give them correction work, like, I try to tell them the new ways. There, the age ego does come, because they feel that ye to bahut choti hai. They are around 7-8 years elder to me, and then, but then I had to prove my work and my caliber, and now, alhamdulillah, things are shaping up. But the competition I've always faced competition at the top level, at the head level. Sometimes even my principal gets, you should
They
always.
feel insecure. Yeah, that is there. Although they should understand, yeah, they should
Yeah.
they should take you as asset, not as a threat.
They don't, I once told my principal that I am a part of your hand. मैं आपकी finger हूँ. आप ये क्यों सोचती है कि I'm standing against you? तो बस वही है. It's like normal. You can understand.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very strong person in my school. So I had to, it's a long journey. यहाँ तक कि, my mother passed away on the day of CBSE exam, just because I didn't want my principal to think कि she is not, उनको यही लगता था कि I can't trust you, अभी you're too new for me and all that crap she used to say. My mother passed away on the day of my examination. मैं मिट्टी को रख के मैम examination लेने गई कि मैं इनको convince कैसे करूँ कि ऐसा नहीं है, I'm there with you. And फिर आके मैंने सब कुछ करा था, तफनीन and all, my mother passed away at my place. So that was a very big test which I gave, and that day that woman, like, she was literally weeping, and she apologized. She said, I'm so sorry, मैंने आपके साथ बहुत गलत किया. तो ठीक है मैम, जर्नी में होता है, but it's not easy. बहुत मुश्किल होता है, especially if and I have always refused the top post in school. I somehow I feel I lose my peace of mind. It's like that.
Okay, so that's really a great example that it happened. If you are more talented, the people will take you as threat, not as asset for the institution. And they will always be surrounded by the low talented people, those who are lower than them. So because they feel among them, they feel that they are the superiors. They know more, or they can do in a better way. In some cases, role ambiguity is also irresponsible. Like, I can give the example of my Maldives school. So there I found this problem was very high. Like, there was no distribution of the work. There was no job profile. There was no segregation of the work. And everybody was thinking that this work is whether mine, or this work is whether vice principal or principal or head or supervisor or master teacher or master leader or whatever. So that ambiguity was there. And that's why, because of that, there were lots of conflicts happening. And then when the conflicts happen, when the things are not working properly, then naturally the highest position, the chairman and the MD, he used to be like very upset because of that. So this ambiguity also creates lots of conflicts. At times we think that, okay, this is their responsibility, and then it will be considered that it is your responsibility. Or maybe it is your responsibility you are doing. Somebody will think that, okay, no, she is interfering into my arena. This is my job. So this clarity is important. Then difference in the work style is also there. Some people are very meticulous about writing, about maintaining the records and doing the things, and some people will be more creative. So their work will be very haphazard way, but their ideas will be very creative. So there are difference of work style of the people, and that creates conflicts at the workplace. Then imbalance workload. जो उसको छुट्टी ना मिली जिसने सबक याद किया. So the one who has completed the task will be getting more tasks. This happens in workplace.
It happens.
And that creates lots of imbalance.
It happens with all those who are at a higher level.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in Hamdard, then one day what happened in 2003, I'm talking about 2003. One day suddenly I fainted and I was in the washroom and I felt lots of pain in my below abdomen. Then after that, when I was taken to the hospital, Holy Family Hospital, and there they suggested the operation is like mandatory and 25% of survival chance. Then everybody started crying and all that now, because it was ectopic pregnancy and the tube was like burst. So when I was recovered, Alhamdulillah, and I came back from the hospital, then my principal came to me to visit me at my home. Then the principal told that, doctor has advised me for 2 months bed rest, but I took only 1.5 months bed rest because that was a major operation. So she said, that, do you know that your profiles have been distributed among 13 teachers? Can you imagine? I was holding 13 portfolios. So then she was saying that in every meeting, everybody remembers and everybody takes your name, that she used to do this, she used to do this. So it has happened. When you complete the task, every task will come on you. And you will not believe that I was the transport in charge for, I think, 12 years. And principal said that as long as I am the principal here, I don't want to change it, because the whole management was against that. That why you have made a lady transport in charge, and that too I was very young at that time. And then she said, no, I don't trust any man and I will not give to anyone, because this is the most responsible job. So I was a teacher, I was a transport in charge, I was CCA in charge, I was guest speaker in charge, I was NIE in charge, I was PACE in charge, and then I was social work in charge, because in all the school, the people, they have social work after the school time we used to have. So it was there. Now I can understand about you people as well, isn't it, Zeba?
Yeah, I actually want to say, like, when I said that I'm having fever, vomiting, and I can't work also, they said, just you can just bring, you can come and just make us understand. Same in the black and white, in English written, but still I have to go and I have to explain the things. And I came back with like vertigo and everything going on. Then in the lift, they said, okay, one meeting is there, and this PPA, it's a professional and personal and professional advancement. I'm clinical biochemist, but saying that web designing and health informatics is there. Please, can you come and just attend for 5 minutes? Again, I went.
Will never happen.
Yeah, I can, and Halima Miss, I want to really say that what you said, actually, the job culture in Maldives, it's not developed, like distribution of the job and trusting the employee in that way that they can do, and giving the credit to the employees. It's long way to go here. True.
Yeah, that's very true. Then
I would like to share something. Yeah.
Yes.
In the present organization, Yasmin and myself, we are the scapegoats. Bali ke bakre hain. Anything happens, ma'am, why did this happen? Why did
Someone makes a call, even if we are not involved in that.
we're not involved? So ऐसा लगता है कि बलि के बकरे हम 2 ही रह गए हैं वहां पर, and we haven't seen a chairman from 1 week. Can you believe it? It looks like that is our school and we are bothered and we are responsible, though that is out of dedication, no doubt. But what are we doing? Are we looking to academics or administration or parents? What are we doing? At the end of the day, we have no time. You won't believe we won't have time. You know, papers, this academics, all of you know that at the leadership position, you have to look into the academics, which is very important. Here we are doing every Tom, Dick, Harry job over here. As you said, 13 portfolios. I don't know how many portfolios we have. We are the scapegoats, both of us. Very dedicated, 8:30 to 4:30, we are there.
Best part is actually we complement each other very well. We, both, kind of, we really, blend well. Luckily, Alhamdulillah. So we manage the whole show.
That is very good thing.
Now let's talk about the solution, because this is a problem. Everybody knows that what is the solution. So these are some of the solutions. First of all, clearly defined roles. You are the heads now, my dear. You please write in the black and white. And I have seen in one of the school, and I appreciate that school, that even they have jotted down that early morning standing on the gate, welcoming the children who will be at there, among the head, among the teachers. Then morning assembly, which head will be speaking, who will be speaking. Then in the classroom, who will be wiping the board, who will be responsible for the IT equipments. Everything is jotted down. I have seen in one of the school that they have minutely distributed the roles and responsibilities of the people. Even the dusters, chalks, even the stylus, and even switching on the entire smart classes, everything is jotted down as a responsibility. So this is important. That is called clearly defined roles. We should know that who is supposed to do what. Then effective communication. Most of the conflicts happens because of the miscommunication. We are thinking something, we are communicating something else, and it is going something else to the people. So that is the reason it has to be very clearly defined. And one of our principal used to say, even in Dubai, not principal, director, he used to say that when you are sending any circular or any note to the teachers, especially, he used to say that teachers are the one who help the people to read and write, but they themselves never read and write. So when you are sending any note, you call them, you sit with them, you read out the whole circular to them, and then you ask them that you repeat what I have just now read. And 4 or 5 people you just check, then you understand that, okay, now they have understood what I have sent. Otherwise, they don't read at all. And then whole confusion is going on. Mostly what we do is we just write the note, circular and all, and we just shoot. Nowadays in the WhatsApp group or Telegram group, it is easier. Earlier also, the one paper sheet, and then we sign and send the big circulars and notes to the people who are under us. So that we have to ensure that effectiveness is there, they have read it. Now coming to the empathy that we have many times discussed, that empathy should be there. Then there should be conflict policy. This is also important. If two people are fighting, if 2 people are arguing, what is the policy? How we have to resolve it? So this policy, I don't think that any institution or any school or college has this policy. You know, how much a person can go, to what level the person can go, and crossing which limit will come into the bullying, and then how we have to resolve that. I remember that we used to tolerate everything from our colleagues, from our junior seniors, and we never thought that it is bullying, but it is bullying. You know, I was quite often blamed for the things that I have not done in my when I was fresher, when I was just a teacher. And then I used to keep quiet, that why unnecessary go in the conflicts and why unnecessary create the problems, because that will go even against me also. So we used to just tolerate it and bear it, but we should not. That nobody has right to interfere and nobody has right to say anything wrong, even for our appearance, even for our dressing, even for our makeup, even for our handwriting, even for our style of speaking or style of teaching. The management has their own policies. They will come, they will observe, they will write, they will give the comments. If they don't like, they ask us, give 3 notices and ask them to leave. But nobody has right to discourage us, bully us, shout at us, yell at us, or sarcastic remarks pass on us. So this all we have to stand for that. Then one thing again I will say here, employee support. You know, very good example I found in Maldives school. There was a conflict between parent and the teacher, and it happened outside the school. But and the parent came first with the complaint. Then I found my MD that he was so supportive to the teacher at that time, and he assigned me this responsibility to talk to the parent and talk to the teacher and try to reconcile and where exactly is the problem, what exactly happened. It was because the teacher has rented a room in the house of the parent. The parent was like local and the teacher was foreigner. And there was some dispute over the rent money. And he has deposited some security amount and the person was not ready to give the security amount back. And that's why the teacher was going again and again. And he was now trying to blame the teacher in such a way that he's harassing. Because when he was going for the security money to take it back. So that time I found that, yes, employee support should be there in front of the public, in front of the parent. Then later on, if we found that, okay, our staff is on fault or our staff has done something wrong, we can separately counsel them. We can separately tell them or info or whatever actions we have to take action. But in front of the people, we should always extend our support. And if anything goes wrong, I remember that I always used to say that this is my mistake, not my teacher's mistake, in front of the parents. So that whenever we say that this is my mistake, naturally they will be they will calm down and they will be not that offensive as they will be offensive for the teachers. And we should never call that this is one of the mistakes that heads often do. We should never call the teacher in front of the parents to resolve any issues. And then face to face, they are blaming each other and they are talking to each other. That stage should come later on. Once you have listened to the parents, you have listened to the teachers, you have tried to find out the exact conflict, where is the conflict, and then you have tried 2-3 meetings you have taken with them, and then finally when everything is sorted, then you ask both of them that, okay, now, okay, you can reconcile and you can be friendly with each other. But in the first meeting itself, parents will always demand. They will come and they will say, okay, go and call Seema. I want to see Seema. Why Seema has done this with my child? How dare Seema can do with my child? So then that time as a principal, we have to say that you have given the responsibility of your child to me. I am the principal here. I am the head here. You talk to me if my staff has done anything wrong or school has done anything wrong. I owe the responsibility and we will take care and ensure that it is not happening next time. But first, let me inquire. Let me find out whether really Seema has done something wrong or not. Because in some cases, Seema is not wrong. There is misunderstanding. So we should always be on the support of the employee. That we have to keep in mind. Then we have to establish common goal, like everybody should be working for the goal. And if the goal is in the mind, then these type of small things will not happen. And we have to encourage collaborations. Instead of making one person in charge, we should always make the team in charge. Decoration team, discipline team, now examination team, now assembly team. So if we are making team in charges instead of making one person in charge, then in this way we are promoting collaboration, and collaboration will always bring harmony. And then the people will be developing relationship with each other, and then the conflict can be reduced with this. And whenever any conflict happen, instead of going into the past and digging the things that had happened and again narrating the same things, we should always focus on the solutions. That, okay, now it had happened. Now tell me what is the solution, how we can move ahead. So these are some of the solutions to avoid conflicts at the workplace. And rest, you all are leaders and you all know how to manage the things. Thank you very much. And now with this, we will start our party time. Are you ready for the party?
Yes.
Okay, so let us change our background.
With fever, I came for party only.
Yeah, your face, I can see by your face that you have fever.
Fever
God bless
is
you.
so good. But
Oh.
I put lipstick.
We all were missing you, Zeba.
I missed you all.
Rizwana has not joined. I messaged her.
Who?
Rizwana.
Rizwana. Yes.
Svana didn't join?
No.
She was
She wrote her message in the morning. She is busy somewhere. She wrote that she would try to join, but I guess she could not join.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are issues of electricity in UP.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so now we are in the party mode.
The background has changed.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
this is party background.
Oh, wow.
So this is Razgullah